In this video, I'm rolling with Anthony again. We have 5 other rounds on the channel. Anthony is almost half my age. He's 29. He's 152 pounds, so he's a little bit lighter than me. A lot lighter, by 25 pounds. And we're both brown belts. We got our brown belts together last year, so it's an interesting matchup because, you know, he's younger, but I have 25 pounds on him. And maybe a little bit more experience. Though it's not reflected in the belt ranking. But Anthony's been training since he was a boy at the academy. So here he's trying to figure out my guard. I have his ankle with my left hand. That always really helps my position. See, as he pulled his hand out, I went to the arm drag. There he's trying to wrap up my head. I prevented it with both hands. So when I play knee shield, I don't want him grabbing my head. So I'm here, I'm in like a butterfly half guard. I'm looking for that shoulder crunch sweep, and I got it. I love that sweep lately. So here I'm holding his left arm up, or elbow off the floor so he can't bridge properly. I'm turning my right knee towards the ceiling to start to pass. But he made a little space, so then my right knee turned into more of a knee cut. Now I'm alternating between. As you can see, I'm pushing his leg down. I'm trying to free that leg. I'm doing some wrist fighting because I'm good at it, not really because it helps me there. So there he's looking for like a deep half guard, but I'm cross-facing him with my left hand, and now I'm switching and I'm looking for the darce. I'm looking to shoot my right hand under his armpit and behind his head, and as you could see, you saw the moment his head popped out. So he's looking to pull out. I basically allow him there to get the half guard by opening my legs and letting him pull out of that butterfly that I had nailed down. So I'm looking to pass on my knees. And now a lot of people may be wondering why I haven't tried a standing pass yet. But in all honesty, I'm really just trying to work that passing off my knees. It's safe, it's effective, it's efficient. Plus, it's a little bit of a new territory for me. My standing passing is much better. But I'm not in this role to win. I'm in it to improve my jiu-jitsu. So here we're hand fighting. He's trying to play guard. I think that he got frustrated trying to pass. So now trying to incrementally bring my knee in while stapling his leg. But he's doing a good job of maintaining his knee shield there. But you could see he's struggling more than I am. I'm just leaning into him. He's pushing off 175 pounds. So there he made space and got his butterfly guard back. We're back to wrist fighting. I told him, you have to admit that was some good Wing Chun wrist fighting there. Because I wasn't just wrist fighting. Sometimes I deflect his intention. So when he tries to grab me, I just deflect it away. I don't even try to regrip. So here he plays this like half guard. I was looking to kick my leg back and pass. That's good. He's trying to dogfight up there by getting his left arm under my arm. And that, again, makes me think about the darce. And he had to defend by making space, pushing away. But at that moment, he's not doing what he wants to do. So sometimes you want to keep somebody on their heels. It doesn't mean they're going to get finished, but they don't have enough time to really set up what they want. So there he was looking for the arm drag. We're having a little bit of an arm drag battle. So now he's decided he wants to pass. And the intensity is definitely going up. Which I don't blame him. I mean, if you're going to go in and try to roll cool and then you're meeting a certain amount of resistance, eventually it's okay to up the intensity to see if the intensity will help you break through, especially if it's a stalemate. But I think it's important to roll these longer rounds. You know, we're basically connecting 2 rounds together here and rolling through the break, because you really get to see what's going to happen if this roll was allowed to continue, especially between 2 people that are somewhat stalemating. The longer roll really is a great learning tool. So here he's doing a good job of making me work. I still have my half guard, half butterfly. There he kicked it off and ran all the way around. And I was able to regain my left hook. I think it's a reverse De La Riva hook. There the round ended in the class, but we are continuing because he knows we're doing this one for the channel. Yeah, so check out our other rounds. They're going to be in the description. They're really good. We always have a good roll. We have rounds in the gi and no gi. Going back to last year when we were purple belts. Lowly purple belts. So here I'm in my typical butterfly guard. I have his posture broken. I'm looking to control one arm and kick him over. He's trying to do the double underpass, but I prevent it by hooking his leg. There he's trying to kick off my hook. I have him in like a ray gun style choke. It wasn't enough to finish, but it's enough to defend. And when he's defending, I'm dictating the situation. There I have my hand over his mouth the whole time. I only do this when I see people are out of breath. So here he's trying to pin my legs together. But the problem is he has to switch from past the knees to getting control of my torso with his upper body. And he's devoted his entire upper body to pinning my legs together. So now I could just hold him away by pushing on his head. Also, I should admit I'm a bit tired right now. This is 8 minutes into the round. This wasn't my first round. That was a good move. He surprised me. I thought he was going to go the other way. So I'm still not going to let him just settle in. So I'm keeping his legs away. This is easier to do with the gi. I grab the pants, and I'm able to prevent him from bringing his knees closer to me. See, I'm trying to prevent his knees from getting... See, as soon as his knee got close to me, that's officially, in my mind, a guard pass. So now he went to north-south. I'm not sure what he's thinking here. I'm not sure what he's fishing for, but I just threw up the no-arm guillotine, which he had to shrug off. And if you notice, I'm always just moving. I never just lay there, but at the same time, I don't go crazy and I don't use a lot of energy. So I just keep squirming and squirming. That squirming is causing him to devote himself to stopping me from escaping instead of letting him set up submissions. So here I'm in a quarter guard, which doesn't really make a big difference, quarter guard mount. It's the same thing. It's the same position. The attacks that he's going to come at me with, the submission attacks are the same. But again, if we didn't have 12 minutes, maybe Anthony wouldn't have gotten the chance to figure out my guard. So now over the long term, he was able to figure it out enough to pass. And from here, I'm looking to escape with a minimal effort. But that's hard against a brown belt competitor who's half my age. But my positioning is such where he's not going to get off any meaningful submission attempts. So even though he spent some time in mount here, he hasn't been able to finish me. So here I'm pushing on his hip, and I'm looking to make space and bring my butt in and open his frame, which is what's happening there. Trying it again. But if you notice, I keep squirming. When we started, I was facing in the other direction. We're spinning. There I had him in a quick wrist lock. Obviously the elbow wasn't controlled and he was just able to rip it out. So here he's not sure exactly what he wants to do to pin me down. I think he's frustrated that he's not able to get the submission attempts that he might want from here. If I get that way in mount, I'll go to side control and look for my attacks from that position. So here I'm starting to turn into him. I'm creating chaos. There's Mario, Super Mario. He'll be back on the channel soon. We've been training on different schedules. So here I'm just turning. I'm not flailing. I'm not exploding. I'm just squirming. So if you find value in content from value from my content, you want to help support the channel, there's an X-Martial link in the description. You go on there, they have all kinds of stuff, rash guards, bags, sweaters, anything you buy on there. You could use code Jits over 50 and get 15% off. Or you could just buy me a coffee. Either way, it would be greatly appreciated and it would help motivate me to continue making these videos. So here he's in kind of like a neon belly. I don't know what he's thinking here as far as a setup. I guess armbar perhaps, or maybe the north-south choke. See, I prevented it by somewhat answering the phone. An answering the phone styled movement, but not the same as answering the phone, which I don't believe in. Oh, and that ends the round. I hope you liked 14 minutes of chaos from me and Anthony. More to come from him. If you see him on the tournament circuit, he's always out there. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you.